Episode of Muddy River Catfishing. So today we're going to test out soap, bar soap. I got two brands that I looked up, and which seems to be the most common used. This is Ivory and this one is Zote, I guess is what it's called, or in Spanish Zote, but I don't know. These are the two that popped out. And so we're going to test if soap works. Now I know there's soap baits that are out there, and the reason I'm not using a soap bait is because it's an altered form of soap, which means it's been modified and additives have been put into it to attract catfish. But this is just natural soap, which you can take a shower with or do laundry with or whatever. So we're going to put out a trot line. I've got my trot line right here, ready to go. If you guys haven't seen this, special thanks to John White, a buddy on Facebook. He posted how to make one of these out of PVC, and it's to hold your trot line. And I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys want me to show you how to make one, it's really simple. I can show you in another video, let me know. But I'm going to get this trot line tied up and start baiting it. And what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to do a controlled test. I'm going to use these two soaps and some of my chicken liver chum bait. So I'll do one of each down the line. I've got 22 hooks, so we're just gonna bait them all the way down, and we'll see if the fish bite on soap or if they bite on the chum bait. And we're gonna start setting it up right now, so let me get back to you guys. Alright, so I got the soap cut up. The pink one cut up real nice. It's real pliable and it should sit on a hook pretty well. The Ivory soap, it's not as pliable and it's a little more brittle. When I researched this, the guys were baking it in the oven to make it more pliable, but I didn't do that. I think it'll still sit on the hook okay. They were also adding water to it and boiling it and all kinds of stuff, but we're just going to do the basic test. Does it catch fish or not? And I've already started my trot line. You probably can't see that first hook. Maybe you can. There's that pink soap. So that's going to be my pattern. It's going to be the pink soap, the white soap, and then the chum bait, which is going to go here. Okay. So we're just going to bait all these that way. I'm back to the pink. So I'm going to bait all these hooks. It's going to take a while, so I'll go ahead and shut the camera off, but you get the picture. I'm going to do one of each down the line, and I'll show you right before I get ready to toss it out. Alright guys, as you can see, I got it strung up. Little Easter colors. Just in time for Easter. So I'm going to drop this weight. I'm going to toss it. Probably right there's good. Okay, so there's our trot line. We're testing out soap. The Ivory soap is very brittle, you can see. Kind of falls apart. And I'm kind of wondering how well it's going to stay on the hook. This other soap though, it's almost like a wax. So that stuff will stay on the hook quite well, and I'll show you. Very waxy. Look, see how I can even bend it as it's bending? Very, very pliable. So I don't have any doubt that this is going to stay on the hook. Now, is it going to catch fish? I guess we'll find out in a little while. So I'm going to let that trot line sit for a few hours, and we'll come back and check it, and we'll see what the results are. Alright guys, so we're back. We let our trot line sit out for, I'm thinking probably about a good 4 hours. And we just got here to see what if anything is on it. And it's right here. The first two hooks were a little shallow, so they're right there, but you can see the bait is still on there. And I guess the ivory held up okay. So we're going to work our way back and see if there's anything on there at all. Oh, the rope is stuck. Okay. Alright. So far, nothing, but no bare hooks either. All the baits managed to stay on so far. Okay, there's one hook that's clean, and that's the chicken liver chum bait right here. You can see that. The rest have bait still. Okay, there's another clean hook, and that would be the chicken liver chum bait again. And another clean hook, which would be the chicken liver chum bait, which I'm surprised we haven't caught anything. And then the weight. Okay, so this test tells me that they at least did hit on the chicken liver chum bait. None of the soaps are gone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change all the bait that is the chicken liver chum bait, and I'm going to put some shrimp on there. And I'm going to leave all the ones with the soap still and see if we get any different results. Alright, so we went ahead and replaced the chicken liver chum bait with shrimp. Maybe they'll like some shrimp better, and you can see all the way down. We left the soap on, it was already there, so hadn't come off yet. Hadn't had to replace any, so it means there hasn't been any bites as of yet. So we're going to do this now with shrimp on it, and I'm just going to toss this out this way. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for another few hours, come back and check it. Haven't given up on this test yet, so we need to at least catch one fish on something. So we'll keep going until we at least establish whether they're biting on anything. So, see you in a little bit. Alright guys, so we're back at our trot line. I went ahead and left it overnight. So it's been out at least a good 12 hours with the shrimp and the soap. So we're going to see if there's anything on it. The soap is still hanging on there, which is surprising. I mean, that pink one I knew would stay. And this ivory seems to be alright. I still have shrimp on this one. All the baits are still there so far. Okay, we got an empty hook again, and that's the shrimp right here. And all the other ones are still there. Shrimp is gone on this one. Soaps are there still. Shrimp is there. Shrimp is there. Okay, shrimp is gone on that one. There's your weight. Alright, so okay, one thing's for sure, the soap stays on the hook pretty good, but we haven't been able to catch anything yet. It's been probably 24 hours I've been doing this test. We did overnight and then 4 hours with the chicken liver chum bait. So, okay, what I'm going to do now, since the soap is still on there, it hasn't come off, I'm going to rebait this again and take all the shrimp off and put cut bait on it. And so let's see if that works. So let me get some cut bait on there and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so this is my third and final try to produce something with soap. And as you can see, I put cut bait on every third hook. I can't really pull it up from where I'm at to show you the whole string, but you have to take my word for it, I guess. But the soap's held on quite well. I'm surprised with the ivory anyways. The other one I had a feeling they would stay on. So I'm going to throw this out again. Alright, I'm going to let it sit for another few hours and we'll come back and check it and see what the results are. Alright guys, so this is the last test for the soap bait. We've left it, I don't know how many, I think 2 nights already doing this test. But the final one was cut bait. So we left it overnight last night again. And looking here, you can see it still has the soap on that one. The ivory came off of this one. So let's check this line. Cut bait's still on there. Soap is still on here. Ivory. Cut bait's still on here. Cut bait still on. Okay, the soap's held on for 2 days already, so that's a good sign. Cut bait's still there. Soap. Okay, got an empty hook, but that's the ivory, which is probably it just fell off. And I feel something going on. Oh, alright. We managed to catch something. Okay, that was on cut bait. I got hit on cut bait. And that was it. So through this whole test, we managed to get one guy interested in a piece of cut bait. So did the soap work? It didn't work in this test. We got one blue cat to bite on a piece of cut bait. Leave it there. We got one blue cat to bite on a piece of cut bait. And obviously all the other baits are still there pretty much. The ivory soap is the one that was most likely to fall off, which I can see it did, and I don't think it was a bite. However, because it stays on the hook so well, I can see why you would use it as a prepared bait. So if you were to modify it, melt it down, add some stuff to it, I can see how it would work as a bait. It does stay on the hook quite well. This trout line's been out here for 2.5 days, and I haven't put new bait on it once, except for the alternation between shrimp and chum bait and cut bait. So this is my test of soap, and does it work? In this experiment, it didn't. I've heard lots of stories that it has, so you guys be the judge. This is 2 days worth of work for you guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.